What's up, gang? Hey man, I made sure to load this one with a ton of gold nuggets. And yeah, the video that I'm gonna show you, it can be disturbing to most, but hey, get past it and really take in the message, because like I said, this one needs to be watched to the end because I got a ton of gold nuggets in it. Make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you join the CLG community if you have not done so already. It is less than $48 a month, less than $500 a year with a 20% discount. And you also get a one-on-one call with me. You just gotta DM me as soon as you get in, and you also get access to the hard 30. So make sure you join, make sure you support the channel, make sure you lock in, and make sure you do whatever it takes to become elite. And without further ado, let's jump right into this video.
What is your body count, and does body count matter?
Oh my goodness, I lost count a long time ago, but I knew it was about 25 by the time I graduated high school.
What do you guesstimate it's at now?
Maybe like 800?
Alright, so today's video is going to be a little bit harsh for the men. I'm going to be honest with you guys. So I just want to lead with that, you know what I mean? So just in case I hurt any feelings, just understand that I'm being harsh in this video for you guys' best interest. You know what I mean? And I'm being harsh in this video because I want to force growth upon you guys. So you mean to tell me there's women walking around here with 800 body counts, and there's still guys out here that can't get a piece of pussy if their life depended on it? And before you make excuses, because this is the thing with a lot of men, or people in general, women do this all the time. This is why women suck at keeping men and things like that, is because of lack of accountability and excuses, right? Excuses are the #1 reason why people stay where they are for 10, 20, 30, 40 years with no growth. Because every time they're faced with a challenge, in order to grow, they make an excuse, and the excuse gives their brain a reason to relax and not go for something. For example, they got MGTOW guys, right? They'll be like, well, I'm going my own way. You know, all these women want 6'5" guys and this and this and this and this. Ain't no way in hell that bitch got to 800 body count and all those guys was 6'5". Ain't no way in hell that bitch got to 800 body count and all of those guys had the perfect charisma and all of those guys were model looking guys and all. No, there's no way possible. I guarantee you there were some guys that she considered a 2. There's some guys that she considered a 3. Now she's more of an easygoing girl because there's no way that 800 guys are even that talented that she ran across. You get what I'm trying to say? But she got to 800 because she's just, girls blame men for having high sex drives and not wanting to be with one woman. But when girls start to take testosterone or steroids and stuff like that, and they start to add more testosterone to their body, they become extremely horny. So if girls, when they add testosterone to their body, and even when they add testosterone to their body, they still don't even get to our normal levels. So you got to understand, a girl with high testosterone, if a guy had that level of testosterone, he would be hospitalized because his testosterone's too low. So testosterone is the sex drug. So basically, girls blame guys with high levels of testosterone, and they accuse them of things. Why do you want more than one woman? Why do you want to sleep around? Why do you want to have a lot of sex? Why do you want to? Girl, you can't even handle the testosterone. You can't even handle that hormone. When you get it, you get horny as hell. And I've seen this time and time again. I've seen this. I had a female trainer at a time who was married, and her testosterone was increasing, and the more it was increasing because she went to the 10X Health thing or whatever the case is, and they prescribed her testosterone because they said it was too low, and her husband's was way too low. His was like sickly low. So they prescribed him testosterone, and then they prescribed her a little bit of testosterone. Soon as she started taking testosterone, she was finding every guy attractive. She thought Ron DeSantis was attractive. She was super horny. She was rubbing on my arm. Now, because it was my boy, I never made a move. I would pull my arm away from her, but like, hey, don't touch me like that. Like, I was very respectful, but she was hot, I'm not gonna lie. But the thing is, once she got that testosterone in her body, she wanted to fuck every man that she saw. But the main point that I really wanted to make across in this video is I wanted to make this point right here. There are so many men that want to go their own way. There's so many men that believe they have all the answers. There's so many men that believe that girls, are the most pickiest girls. They need, 8 dates before they're comfortable enough to have intercourse with you. They need this, they need that, they need this, they need that. And that is all baloney, right? It is all BS. And there's this guy that I watch. I don't know his name. I forgot his name, but he's like a lonely guy who always gets flaked on every single day. He never gets any coochie, things like that. And one of my critiques about him is like, bro, you're just too soft. You believed what media has told you. Media has told you that women like soft, passive men. That is not true at all, in no shape, form, at all. You feel me? They don't like men that just sit back and hope and pray that they're attractive enough for a girl to slip and fall on their dick. Like, there is no girl in my roster, or there's no girl that I have ever hooked up with that I did not pursue. Now, do girls make it easier for the guys who are taller, have more money? Yes. The reason why is because they assume that these guys are masculine. But then when they get to know these guys, they don't really stay long. Michael B. Jordan is a perfect example. He has a lot of muscle and he plays roles in movies where he's beating people up. But when a girl gets a hold of him, they no longer want him because they like, damn, he's not really masculine like that. Like, he's not really what I thought he was in the movies. But you also got to understand that it's very hard for a guy who's an employee to be masculine, because everything that he's taught is to be feminine from the day he was born. Think about it. Going to school, listening to a professor, taking orders, you feel me? Having to apply for a job, having to please your boss. All of these are feminine traits. This is why women excel in colleges. This is why women excel in all of these feminine ass roles. And this is why they sleep with guys of authority if those guys understand what turns women on. See, this is also what happens to a lot of men. Is a lot of men will turn a woman on with their masculinity and not know how to basically cash in on their rewards. For example, if the professor of a class is super masculine in front of the class, right? He's portraying masculine traits. I've seen this happen. And the girl's coochie is just dripping in the classroom. And you can tell she likes the professor. But what happens is he's masculine. He talk tough. He masculine in front of the class. But then when the girl can't help herself and waits for most of the class to leave and wants to talk to him one-on-one, and I'll be leaving, I'll see her trying to talk to him one-on-one, he will fuck it up because he'll get soft. I've seen it happen all the time. As soon as she was like, oh, hi, Jennifer, how's everything? You was just a man in front of the class, but then when the girl came around, you became extremely feminine. And now you just ruined this girl's fantasy. Now all that pussy juice that was just dripping down her leg just shriveled back up. You get what I'm trying to say? And you gotta understand, this is a college campus. You can crack that bitch. She's of age. You can crack her if you wanted to. Legally. You know what I mean? Every girl in there is of age. Let me be a professor and one of the students come pussy dripping, come to talk to me after class. I don't play that shit. You feel me? I don't play that shit. She would be getting donkey fucked. She would be getting she would be loving my class. Every class that I teach, she'll be trying to get back into. They be like, damn, Jennifer, you sit in the front. Damn, you early. Every time I get here, you already here. Then you be running the class. You be running the CJ class. So I'm going to be harsh with the guys, like I said in the beginning. There's no way that they got girls out here with 800 body counts and you guys ain't getting no coochie. And this is for all the MGTOW guys. This is for all the guys that make the excuse, no, man, I ain't looking for that right now. You know, right now I'm just, focused on me. That's like one of the biggest excuses that I hear. And I'm not calling anybody out. I'm just going to be harsh. When guys say that, a lot of times it is the guy throwing in the towel before he gets great. See, I don't know if you guys notice about me, even though I've told you guys several times, when I jumped into the car business, I was not good. And this is crazy. I used to be good. Isn't that crazy? When I ran my painting company, it took a while, but once I figured it out, I was selling a new paint job for exterior painting. I was working for College Pro, but I was selling a new paint job every other day. I sold too much work. My team couldn't even do it. I had to call people and be like, hey man, I got to give you a 10% deposit back. We're not going to be able to make it this summer. We too backed up. I had to call people and tell them that we will not be able to paint your house. I cannot make it down there. Imagine that, and give them their 10% money back, because they give you a 10% deposit. So I had to refund them their money to tell them that I couldn't make it because I done sold too much work. But then when I got in a car business, which I don't care what nobody says, the car business is extremely difficult. When I got in a car business, I realized I sucked. And guess how long I sucked? And none of you guys will believe this. I sucked for 6 months. And you got to understand, this is 6 months of daily work. I was working from Monday to Saturday. The only day off we had was Sunday. That is it. Because in Minnesota, they said car dealerships have to be shut down on Sunday. If the car dealership wasn't shut down on Sunday, I would have been there Sunday too. 6 months of daily work it took me to get great. 6 months of daily work, always learning, always adding something to my arsenal. And then when I got good, we call it popped, right? When I popped hard. When I hit 20 plus cars a month, I never went lower than that. You feel me? Like once I popped, it was over. And as soon as you pop, you realize all that information that you learned for them whole 6 months that you're trying to figure stuff out. Because you understand, I never bought a car. I never knew about financing. I never knew about none of it. So I'm learning and trying to sell at the same time. It was all a foreign language to me. I'm just a kid, you know what I mean? And what's happening with a lot of you guys is this women stuff is a foreign language. And there's so many people that just, they be like, oh man, it's easy. It's easy when it's easy. It's easy when it's easy, but before it's easy, it's not fucking easy. Rejection after rejection after rejection after I have a boyfriend. No, I'm not interested. Oh, here's my number. They never text back. Let's set a date. They flake on a date. Oh, let's do this. And you're still going to get that. But what's going to happen is you're going to get less of that. The more that you stick to the process, the more that you show masculine energy, not feminine energy, the more that you ignore what women say. And you do what their body responds to. Their body responds to masculine energy. It is that simple. And this is another thing about masculine energy. When you're masculine around men, men don't like it because they see it as a threat. So what happens is a lot of men will stop like wanting to hang around you and things like that because of how masculine you are. This used to happen to me in college and high school and things like that. I used to crack some of the most beautiful girls at our high school, at our colleges and stuff like that. And men just hated everything about me because everything about me showed them where they lacked. And they would blame it on all types of stuff. They would blame it on my looks. They would blame it on, well, you look good. Well, you're black. Well, you're this. And they didn't know that before I got good women, motherfucker, I used to get fucking rejected hard as fuck. Still get rejected. Still to this day. So you gotta understand, it's like people, like once you make an excuse, it's over. And this is ironic and this is crazy, but we have thin walls in our apartment. So one of the ladies that was next door, and I'm hearing her through the wall, she was talking on a phone, and she was, because you gotta understand, when women talk to women, they only 90% of their conversation is about boys, whether you believe it or not, whether they're in a relationship or not. She was raving about this guy that she fucking was talking to, right? And she was like, this guy, oh my God, I don't know what it is. He just does it for me. And she was telling her friend, she was like, but he's such a regular guy. Because her friend was like, how does he look? How's that? Da-da-da. And she was like, he's a regular guy. Like, there's nothing special about him at all. But she was like, but you know us, for us, looks don't really matter for us. We don't care. Looks don't matter. And she just was like going on about this guy. She said he was regular as fuck. Looks don't matter. She's just like, the way he just handles things and the way he makes her feel and the way, how you make a fucking woman feel like a woman? You become more like a man. Masculine as fuck. Telling her what to do. If she doesn't do what the fuck you tell her, you fucking pull back. Like basically you just be like, all right, bye. That's becoming my favorite word. Bye. You feel me? If you don't listen to what I want you to do, I don't want you. You're broken, in my opinion. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. A man moves to the beat of his own drum. A man is selfish. A man is assertive. A man is dominant. Women will trick you with trigger words that will stop you from becoming great. This is what I want to tell you guys. What do you have to lose? You ain't getting no pussy now. What do you have to lose? You're not consistently getting any pussy now. What do you have to lose? Like, let's be honest. It's so many guys out there can't get no pussy, and I tell them, I'm like, hey, bro, you gotta be a little bit more, assertive. You gotta be a little bit more, your way or no way. You know what I mean? Nah, man, I don't, that's not my style. I just want to tell them, nigga, what do you got to lose? I know we can all take rejection very well, but like, how many do you want to take? You feel me? Like, I'm not a firm believer into having to talk to 1,000 girls just to sleep with one. I'm not a big believer into that. So you mean to tell me I gotta talk to 1,000 girls just to get one to slip and fall on my dick? Like, I'm not the broken clock right twice a day type of guy. That's not my style. You feel me? If you want to be the broken clock twice a day type guy, meaning that a broken clock is right twice a day, if you want to be that guy, go for it. This channel's not for you. My channel, CLG, all that stuff is to help guys become elite. That's my only goal. I don't do it for the money. I don't do nothing. My only goal is to help guys become elite. And some guys, it will take 6 months. Some guys, it'll take a year. Some guys, it'll take 2 years. It is what it is, because it all has to click to you at a certain time. But when it clicks, you don't look back. You don't look back. It's one of those things that, like, once it all clicks, it's like, holy fuck, that was the missing piece. But it really wasn't a missing piece. It was a whole bunch of information that you needed in doses, because as human beings, we can't handle a bunch of information all at once. We need a little bit of information and then add it to our arsenal and be like, oh, this shit works. A little bit of information, add it to our arsenal. Oh, damn, that works too. A little bit of information. Oh, that, you feel me? So the CLG, I give you everything that you need. And every single guy that actually implements it, every guy that does a hard 30 or whatever the case is, it's crazy. They get results. Some guys sooner than others, right? But they get results. And I get it. It's so hard for men because women lie about what they actually like. They lie and act as if they like feminine men. And once the man does what women say, bro, it was a woman saying, if I was a man, every girl would love me. She said, I would buy her gifts. I would kiss her on her forehead. I would tell her how beautiful she is every day. I would take her on expensive trips. I would do everything. Every girl would love me. And then this one bitch said, yeah, if you was a girl, you would be friend zoned. You stupid bitch. You goofy bitch. Like, girls be thinking they can just jump on the other side and just like do some stupid shit like that. Cause she's so stupid, she don't even know what she actually responds to. If she was into that bitch would have been married by now. Cause a bunch of guys do that simp ass shit. What happens is they say shit and guys believe the shit that they say. And there's guys in my comments be like, well, some guys have to be the nice guy. That's the only way they're going to get laid. That way of thinking is what's keeping you fucking one girl every 5 years. You guys are trying to rely on the broken clock is right twice a day fucking method. If I just talk to enough women, one will just be so desperate to slip and fall on my dick. You would never get the most out of that girl. And a lot of times, whether she tells you or not, because girls are extremely good at withholding information, oppressing information, lying to you, manipulating you, things like that. 9 times out of 10, it's because you're a rebound. She just got out of another fucking what she wants to call a toxic relationship. It's not a toxic relationship. He just didn't want her. The guy that is super masculine that every girl wants, he actually has options. I know it blows a lot of guys' minds that, like, damn, guys have options. Bro, you can even watch my Hard 30. There are girls I turned down that other guys would have been all over. Damn, man, you see that big old fat ass man. And it's like 1 or 2 things that she did that I didn't like. I'm like, I don't even want to see this bitch again. And they be inviting me to their crib and shit. No, come over to my house. Come up. No, I'm good. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. So many guys want to do the broken clock right twice a day. Broken clock right twice a day. Broken clock right twice a day. This is how your ass end up in sexless marriages, loveless marriages. This is how you settle for a girl. This is how she settled for you. No girl want a feminine guy. Do not listen to what they say. They want a CLG guy. That is the guy they crave. This is why I preach this stuff so hard, because I'm trying to turn regular guys into CLG guys. And if you don't want to be that, then hey man, wrong channel for you. Keep going the way that you've been going and keep getting the results that you've been getting. Trust me, I know, I'm in the field. I know the guys that think they know everything, bro. There have been kids that they just think they know everything about women. They know everything. You know what I mean? And they just talk to me and they be like, no, man, this is what I do. This is what I do. And I'm hearing what they saying. And I'm like, you know, I'm in the field, right? You know that, you know, I know that shit don't work. So then when I ask some hard questions, I be like, hey, bro, just shoot me straight, bro. How many girls, when's the last time you had sex? And they be like, man, I had this one bad bitch, man. She loved me. She did. Oh, okay. When was that? Oh, man, that was like 3 years ago. So what are you talking about, bro? Like, what are you talking about? You gotta be nice. You gotta do this. You gotta do this. How do you know so much about nothing? Like, let's be honest. Where else can you have no results and then say that you're a professional? I've never seen it. I've never heard of it. Imagine a doctor, you go to the doctor's office, 90% of his patients died under his surgeries, and he said he the best in town. Now I'm gonna teach you how to get that surgery. Sir, 90% of your patients died. Why would I listen to you? Like, I read you a verse from the Bible. Well, I don't know, it was on what's the name posted it? The Christian social guy, whatever the case is. But I put it on his page. The verse said, judge a tree by the fruits that it bears. A good tree can only bear good fruits. A bad tree can only bear bad fruits. A good tree would never bear bad fruits. A bad tree would never bear good fruits. Don't take my advice and don't take my results that I get. Take the results of the guys in the fucking CLG community. Take their results. We got guys getting blowjobs and like they'll meet a girl for the first time that night, get the girl to give them a blowjob in their car. We got guys getting blowjobs from their Uber drivers. We got guys locking down dime pieces. You feel me? That they're perfect type that they haven't locked down before, but now they got this information that I've been giving them in the CLG community, they locking them down. We got guys bro, if you guys saw my inbox, if you saw my inbox and some of the videos guys sent me, guys cracking girls, guys getting blowjobs from girls, guys like, bro, this shit worked. It's not even about my results. Even though I get hella results too. You feel me? I get hella results. Like, women aren't that difficult to me anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like they're not that difficult. Like, they're very simple. Just do the opposite of what the fuck they say. If they complain about toxic masculinity, be toxically masculine to that bitch. She'll love you for it. You feel me? Whatever the opposite of what they say, they'll go for it. No matter how innocent she looks, no matter how good she looks, no matter none of this stuff. If you are unapologetically a man, it doesn't even matter how ugly you are. You will find girls that you meet their minimum attraction threshold, and that's all you got to meet. See, a lot of guys, they think that they got to be like the best looking guy on the planet for her, and they got to have all the money. They got to have, bro. If you believe that and you play that game, you will be trapped in that game. The only reason the girl will have more respect for that guy because she will assume masculinity. She will assume masculinity. Just like when you see a pretty ass girl with soft, subtle skin and all this shit like this, and she looks gorgeous and cute and innocent, a lot of you guys just assume that she's feminine. But then when she starts opening her mouth and she be like, yeah, suck my dick, bitch, and talking shit to you and blah, 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 you be like, oh, fuck, what the fuck? bitch, you a man? Like, what the fuck going on? It will throw you off. It's the same thing that happens with women. They just give the guy the benefit of the doubt that's tall. They give the guy the benefit of the doubt that's rich. Because they like, well, the only way to be rich and tall and strong and muscular and wide is you have to be masculine. Like, they just judge a book by its cover because that's what human beings do. Even you do it. Sometimes you will see a big, strong ass dude and you be like, damn, that's a man's man. But then he started talking, you be like, oh, he a pussy. He a bitch. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? You do the same shit, bro. So girls do the same. That's all they have to go off of. They just met the guy for the first time. So all they have to go off of is what she sees. This is why when you have the CLG process, a little guy like myself, 5'9", 180, like myself, can crack dime pieces because when she meets me, she feels the masculine energy. It's not what she sees, it's what she fucking feels when she meets me. I've seen skinny ass little boys with no facial hair, did barely even hit puberty, and they look like they pussy. But when they meet the girl and talk to the girl, they display masculine energy. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, they really savages. Like Lil Durk says, you're trying to judge him off his looks. That little boy actually robbing. Meaning that it's throwing the girl off. It's like, he looks like a pussy, but he acts like a man. He's saying stuff like, hey, come here. Hey, no, stop. Hey, no, come here. Bro, stop playing, bro. Like, what's up? Like, you feel me? And she like, well, but man, follow me real quick. Oh, you don't want to? All right, bye. Like, you play too much. Like, the dude will act masculine. He'll look like a bitch, but he'll act masculine. That is the guy she will make out with. That is the guy she'll give head to. That is the guy she'll break all her rules for. That is the guy she'll have a one night stand for. And people be like, well, CJ, all you want to do is fuck. Because I know the truth. The truth is, if you're not fucking her, you're in her friend zone. That's the truth. The truth is, if you're not fucking her, you're not getting everything out of her. That is the truth. Don't listen to what women say. If you're not fucking her, you're the one that's being played. I promise you. That is the difference. That is the difference between you being her friend and her lover. It's sex. Whether you want to believe it or not. This is how they play the majority of men. They don't give men pussy and they take everything out of that man that they can get. Protection, vision, they ask questions. Like, girls extract as much information out of men to learn about men because that's all they think about a lot of the times. That's why when girls sit around all the time, a lot of the times they talking about fucking men. You feel me? A lot of the times they talking about boys in some way, shape, or form, right? Whether it's their man, whether it's something, they gonna talk about a man. Especially when she's with her homegirl. I'm talking about girls that actually talk to their homegirls. 9 times out of 10, girls' nights, they're talking about men. And most girls can get cracked if a masculine man runs across them. They still want the masculine man who is unapologetically masculine. He doesn't have to be over the top. He doesn't have to use his words. She can feel it off his energy that he wants to fuck her. And if you try to do anything outside of trying to show her that you're trying to fuck, she knows that you're feminine. Because you're trying to indirectly go behind her back or befriend her to get her pussy. But this is what I will tell you. How can you manipulate a master manipulator? The only way women's games don't work is if you don't play them. Why sit down and play a game with a master at that game? Imagine, this is what it's like when you try to manipulate a woman. Now, some guys can pull it off. Those are master manipulators. Some guys can pull it off. But this is what it's like when you try to manipulate a master manipulator. It's like you never played chess a day in your life. And you sit down at a table with a grandmaster chess player. And you keep wondering why he keep busting your fucking ass in chess. Every fucking time. Because you're trying to play the wrong game. The better thing to do is never even play the game with him in the first place. Take this chess player and bring him into your world. No, we're going to play this game. Oh, I don't know how to play basketball. Yeah, I do. This the game we playing. Fuck chess. That's the same thing with women. I'm not going to play this manipulation game with you. You know what I want. I know what the fuck I want. I don't even have to tell you what the fuck I want. But this is how it's going to go. And if you don't listen to me, I don't want you. You're broken, bitch. I would rather use my time, energy, and effort and masculine energy that you love. All of the shit that you love about me, I would rather use that on a bitch that I meet her minimum attraction threshold. But I'm going to find out very quickly with the CLG process and everything that I teach in CLG. I'm going to find out really quickly if you're fucking with me or if you're serious. I'm going to force you to show your hand. And when I force you to show your hand, and if it's not the hand that I want it to be, I'm out. And when you guys adopt that mindset, you're going to see your results grow. For you guys that are out there making excuses, you're not going to see any growth. Because the excuse stops you from trying it. Take it from a guy who's been in the field. Take it from a guy who has tried so many other different strategies. I've tried the feminine approach. I believe it's a feminine approach to sit back and hope and wait that a girl approaches you and hope that she tries to fuck you. I believe that's a feminine approach. When I do that approach, it doesn't work for me. Right? But it does work. Like I said, a broken clock is right twice a day. It does work if you're into masculine women. If you're looking for masculine women, then yes, it would work. But even masculine women suck at seducing men. So you're looking for such a small percentage of women that exist. She has to be masculine and she has to be talented enough to fuck you. She has to fuck you. Like, she has to overcome your objections. I seen this on Instagram. It was I guess she's an OnlyFans model, but she shows herself. She fucks like regular people. Like, she fucks like Uber drivers and stuff like that. So she shows up into the sex on her Instagram, but I can't find the page because I didn't save the page. It popped up. But like, and she's a fat white girl, but she's super masculine. So she gets into the Uber car and then she starts hitting on the guy. She's like, hey, I'm going to be really, she's like, she writes, she said, my Uber driver's cute. So she said, hey, I'm going to be really honest with you. She's like, I find you attractive and I shoot OnlyFans content. So I was wondering if you would shoot some content with me. You just pick me up from my house. All we have to do is U-turn, go back to my house and we can shoot some content. And the guy was like, nerdy little white boy. He was like, oh, I don't believe that, I should do that because, my girlfriend wouldn't approve. So because she was so fucking masculine, she fucking said, well, she doesn't have to know. And then he was like, well, she's like, so she had a skirt on with no panties, I believe. She opened her legs. She got in the middle of the back seat because he's driving. She's in the back seat. And she said, well, just look in the back seat. So he looks, he sees pussy. He was like, oh, wow. And then she's just like, and she cuts to the next scene and they're walking up to her apartment. She said, I got him to change his mind to say yes. So when you're trying to play the feminine game, sit back, look cute, this and this, and you're hoping that the woman can take you through the whole entire process as if she's a man, there are very few skilled women that can do that. And 9 times out of 10, if she's that masculine and that skilled, she has fucked everybody. You're not special, buddy. She's fucked everybody. And she will not be attached to you, just like a man. This is why women hate men. They fall for the masculine men. The masculine men get a lot of pussy. The masculine men have so many options that the masculine men can't stop fucking. And this bitch tries to force that masculine man into a fucking committed relationship. And he tells her, I can't do it. I have too much dick and too much sperm and too much testosterone to just be spinning it on you all the fucking time. I can't fucking do it. You're trying to force me to do something that is not in my nature. And you don't know that it's not in my nature because you don't have even a quarter of the level of testosterone that I have in my body. So you don't even know what the fuck I feel. You don't even know how powerful my sex drive is. You think that these buildings and roads and schools were built by women? No, they were built by men because men have a very powerful hormone called testosterone that God made sure that he gave way more of it to men so they can naturally leave. Literally, a lot of the stuff that I'm telling you is men going back to who they truly naturally are. Now, there are some people who run the country who have poisoned the minds of the individuals to switch the roles of genders. And what did God say at the end of the Bible? He said, once gender roles switch, this means that you're getting closer to the end times. Once the men become women and the women become men, you're getting closer to the end times. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is go back to being how God meant you to be. You was already, bro, I've watched kids grow up. I've watched kids as babies. Boys are naturally more aggressive than fucking females. Boys naturally go for what they want. But the world tries to turn boys into girls. No, you're playing too rough. No, that's toxic. No, stop. No, be nice. No, be cool. No, I'm not saying don't be respectful. Yes, still stay respectful. But don't be a bitch. Meaning, if she's not doing what you don't want her to do, if she's not doing what you want her to do, bye, bitch. That's how men operate. Men have never been the coddly, oh, I'll do anything for you, baby. Oh, you know, what do you want me to do? Rub your feet? No, that's not even in a man's nature naturally. Deep down, naturally, they don't want to do that shit. 9 times out of 10, what men naturally want to do is they want to fuck, reproduce, and move the fuck on. You get what I'm trying to say? And every now and again, they'll find one that's their favorite. But all of this stuff that's being forced on the modern day man, that's not men's nature. A lot of stuff is being forced on the modern man that is against his nature. Come on, man. Y'all gotta wake up. Y'all gotta wake up. And I know a lot of you guys tell yourself things that you believe because it was told to you to believe. There's a lot of things that people have to unlearn before they get better. This is why it can take 6 months to a year to 2 years to get great, because there's so much unlearning that you have to do before you can actually get great. But like I said, once you understand it, once you turn your care down, once you are true to yourself, you understand what you want, you go for what you want, you're unapologetic, you make things happen. Once you understand all of that stuff, you will understand what it's like to live a life of abundance. And then you will become the picky one, how it's intended to be. You seen Sadia Khan. These girls, bro, they want what they want. They don't care if they got to share him. See, that's what you guys get it wrong. You guys, when a girl's trying to force you into something that she wants you to do, that means that she lacks respect for you. That means that she lacks respect for you to join your program. So what she wants you to do is join her program. And if you actually join her program, she has essentially become the leader of that relationship. So this is real raw. I told you I'm gonna be harsh on you guys on this one. So I couldn't have been more real in this video. So make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this with somebody who needs to see this. There is somebody out there who really needs to watch this video through and through. You know what I mean? It might be long, but hey, I tell you one thing, it's shorter than reading a fucking book. Yeah, I tell you, you'll get through this video before you read a fucking book from front to back. I tell you that goddamn much. So share this with somebody who needs to see this. Jump into the CLG community if you really want to level up and you want a community to be behind you to help you level up. That is only $48 a month, less than $500 a year with a 20% discount. You also get a free one-on-one call with me so I can help you specifically with your problems. And you get access to the hard 30. So you get to see me go out just a random 30 days and you get to see, you know, what I ended up doing. You get what I'm trying to say? For all you guys that need to see receipts. You know what I mean? You want to see receipts? Spend your money. You can't put receipts. The receipts that I put in the hard 30, you can't put that shit on YouTube. You know what I mean? So, lock in, like I said, while it's only $48 a month. And, with that being said, I'm out. Peace.